Hello and welcome to the Audience Radio Show for another week. My name is Max. I'll be filling in for Camilla this week. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it in, but we still do have a fantastic show planned for you. We've got music from Countess, from the Basement Tapes, the Odd Chaps, and from Rocksteady. And we also have interviews with Carb On Carb and Perverse, who are this week's curated Artist of the Week, curated by Dean Campbell. We will also definitely be counting down through the 10 to 1 votes as per voted by you on the audience.co.nz on the Audience Weekly chart. We're looking at some fantastic artists taking away some of the slots this week, so it's going to be very, very exciting. So stick around for the next hour or so. We're going to start off, however, with a song by Brockaflowersaurus-Rex and the Blueberry Biscuits. This is called Long Road. This is the live version. You're on the Audience Radio Show.
Leave me off Lorenzo Fidel, alto saxophone, Blair Clark, tenor saxophone. And I make a call up for Aston Sellers on the guitar. Thank you very much, everybody. Dan the man in the house, everybody. Dan the man. Ladies and gentlemen, the band. Aston Sellers. Thomas Friggins playing on the drums here, playing on the top. Chant, nothing but a chant. And last but very not least, Mr. Pat P. Stewart. On the music.
You're on the Audience Radio Show. That was Brockaflowersaurus-Rex and the Blueberry Biscuits with The Long Road, the live version. And we're just about to launch into the Focus Weekly chart. But first, we're going to have a little bit of a geeze at what was number one last week. Just a little snippet of that. That one was LOUIE, Ain't Felt a Thing in Years. And congratulations to LOUIE for taking out the number one spot last week for Ain't Felt a Thing in Years. It's time for us to start off on the weekly chart. We're going to start with number 10. This one is Denelle with Party on the Dance Floor on the Audience Radio Show.
All right, let's get started. Number 10. number 9.
I know what you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like
Number 9 on the chart this week, a new entry. This is Chess Countess with Play the Game.
This week, number 8.
This week's number 8, Damn the Trend with Chosen One. Congratulations to them for that one. And before we move on much further with the chart, we're going to listen to one of those songs that you just heard in the 1098 in a little bit more depth. This is Chess Countess with the full version of Play the Game. You're on the Audience Radio Show.
Yeah, what you know about Chess Countess?
every eye in the room is fixed on you, wondering when you're gonna make your move. Good love, I have seen enough. Looking cards as you can't catch my eye, then a win while you straighten up your tie. I know the score, I have been here before. Further down into the rabbit hole I go. Always ending up with jokers like you. I know what you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like a pack of cards, you should be ashamed. I'm trying to call, but you say shut your mouth and just play the game. Play the game. Got my chips stacked high on the knave of hearts. What's the betting? He's busy stealing tarts. You cheat, you will lose, you will suffer defeat. Come on, boy, what you gotta see this time? Got a king or a queen or a nickel or a dime. You got diamonds in your eyes. Is it any surprise? Further down into the rabbit hole I go. Spouting riddles with a gardener who is painting roses red. I know what you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like a pack of cards, you should be ashamed. You bet it all, but I won't fold, now you're afraid
Knew of a prince.
to play the game.
Yeah, what you know about Chess Countess? New face, new name to the game. Contest. Here to tell all you frivolous, devious men who think you wanna beg a couple. Come to think of all the lies you be speaking to your wife. You be cheating in the weekend about the times you be creeping on her. Yeah, come to think of what you're gonna tell your baby daughter when she grow up and don't wanna know her father. Yeah, life's too short, so don't waste it. Don't waste it. But breaking hearts, queens and aces. Yeah, easy targets are worse aiming.
Belong to one matter, don't gamble your life away.
Stop playing.
I know what you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like a pack of cards, you should be ashamed. Climb up the ladder and you'll get bitten by a snake. So don't play the game. Don't play the game. Don't play the game.
That was Chess Countess with Play the Game, our number 9 this week. Now, it's time for us to move on to our curated artist of the week. This week it is a group, a duo, I suppose, called Perverse from Auckland. Now, they make kind of a minimalist dubstep and have an approach that's similar to some early, I suppose, Cryptic Minds or maybe Distance work. This is a song by them called Semblance, and after this we're going to be joined by Perverse on the line on the Audience Radio Show, so stick around. That was Perverse with Semblance, and right now I'm joined on the line by Alex and Brett from Perverse. So, Perverse is a relatively kind of fresh group on the Auckland scene for probably a lot of years. Discovered by Dean Campbell for this particular audience.co.nz feature. How long have you guys been making music together for, though?
We've been making music for about 2 years now, well, close to 2 years.
Yeah, 1.5, 2 years.
As Perverse, before that, we messed around with making music for a few years, but it all came together probably about a year and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
And we only really started getting exposure last year, and slowly we've been getting international support and what have you, so it's been good.
I've always found that electronic music projects kind of start off obviously in a very different way to your average kind of band, in that all the materials are recorded kind of straight from the get-go. How did you kind of start off as Perverse?
Funnily enough, Alex and I met through a mutual friend, and at first I actually was laughing at what he was making, because I was a bit of an elitist, and he was making some stuff that I didn't really like. But one day we just got together and had a jam, and kind of realized that for some reason, because neither of us are really good at working with other people, and somehow we learned to work with each other, and
It just rocked. There was that spark. It was magical.
Yeah.
love at first sight.
Do you think your like both of your predispositions for not liking to work with other people may have been what gelled it together in the end?
I think we just found a middle ground. Like, we weren't usually willing to compromise, but we were both quite on the same track when it came to making music, so...
Which I've never personally found with anyone else, and I don't think Alex was the same, so... Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have obviously been described by some as dubstep, which is a term that I find very loaded.
Yes.
The approach is very minimalist, very kind of sub-bass. For me, as a listener, when I hear it, I think early Cryptic Minds, probably elements of Distance in there somewhere.
I like that.
Is a dubstep, I suppose, is that a main influence for you guys? Like, when you sit down, do you go, okay, sweet, we're making a dubstep tune here?
Well, a lot of the time that's our main focus, but sometimes we'll make a garage track or
Drum and bass.
hip hop even. It just depends what we're feeling. Usually the aim is to make dubstep, though. That's what we're known for.
A lot of the time we'll never sit down and go, this is what we're going to make. You kind of start with your percussion, and then the way that we've learned is that the percussion actually the song talks to us and dictates its vibe by itself, so we'll sit there speeding it up and slowing it down and then try to figure it out. Just sadly, not sadly, for us 140 just seems to, or around there just seems to be the sweet spot that we're happy with.
Sweet as. So, I mean, all of that being said, what kind of music does influence the music that you guys are making?
Oh, man, we like everything from like old school rock to...
I like a lot of trip hop. It's sort of downbeat sort of music, a bit emo. I like classic rock such as Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. I don't really listen to that much dubstep.
Nah, neither.
Other than the DJing and stuff, so it makes it fresh that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to have parents that have influenced our taste into something a little bit deeper than just listening to electronic music through and through.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what are your guys' musical backgrounds? I mean, how long have you each been making electronic music?
Well, I've been messing around with making beats for about 4 or 5 years now. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really take it seriously until I met Brett. It was always just a sort of hobby thing.
Yeah.
Mine was similar, 2 or 3 years before I met Alex, but never when I say 2 or 3 years, I'm talking about like maybe touching Fruity Loops or Logic or whatever, like maybe once a month or once every couple of months.
Yeah.
Neither of us are trained in any way, shape or form. Neither of us can really even play an instrument.
It's just self-taught, I guess.
Yeah, everything's just basically been sitting there and figuring it out.
Sweet. You've had some international DJs play some of your tunes in some sets, right? Like Marla and Youngster and stuff like that. That's pretty exciting. Must have been pretty exciting for you guys.
Oh man, I still get chills every time I hear it's someone that we've looked up to for years and years, from the beginning. Yeah. Playing your stuff, it really is like a sense of accomplishment that it's something that you can't really describe until it happens.
We never really got into it for that, and
Yeah.
just once we started sending some music out and people were going, I actually like this, it was quite refreshing. We were really excited by it. In terms of like people like Marla playing your tunes, there's no greater honour for me.
Oh, he's an icon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. How does that work in the electronic music realm? Do you send stuff to them, or do they kind of dig it out?
In a lot of cases, especially with our kind of music, where it's about other people not really being able to access or have your tunes, and the only time they get to hear it is by booking you or seeing you play.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, especially with people like Youngster, etc., we made a message being like, hey, you got anything new for me? Or the 9 times out of 10, it's us just hitting them up and just being like, hey, here's some tunes, if you dig them, play them, so to speak. And when they do, it's good.
Yeah, they just send a pack of tunes out, and if they like them, they'll play them, and if they don't, they won't. So,
no biggie.
Cool. And when will we next see like a live set from you guys in New Zealand?
We've got Christchurch, which hasn't been announced yet, in May. Sneak peek.
Nice.
Waiheke at some point.
Oh yeah, we got something in the works in Waiheke. We try not to play out too often to oversaturate ourselves. Our focus is definitely more making music than DJing and playing it out. But we definitely enjoy both.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks heaps for chatting to me today, and best of luck for the future.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. It means a lot.
Cheers. And that was the boys from Perverse chatting about the music that they make together and playing live shows and all the other fantastic things that are involved in being a dubstep musician in Auckland and in New Zealand. Now, next we are going to have an interview with one of the members from Carb On Carb. But first we're going to hear a song from them. This is Carb On Carb with Trace Minerals on the Audience Radio Show. On the Audience Radio Show.
So we put up some hooks and looked the other way, and they caught us when we needed a place to stay.
That was Carb On Carb with Trace Minerals, and I'm joined now by James from Carb On Carb. So to start off with, can you kind of explain the genesis of Carb On Carb? Like, you guys are well known in the Wellington scene, or the coming together of Carb On Carb.
Well, Nicole and I were both in Mammal Airlines that started in 2010, and then in mid-2011 our guitarist moved away, so we just started practicing together, and we got a few songs together, and Michael from Milkshakes asked Mammal Airlines to play a show, and then we weren't around anymore, so we played that show. That was in the middle of 2011. That was our first show.
Cool, and it's just kind of gone from there, leaps and bounds, I suppose?
Yeah, it was pretty chilled out for a while, but since we've moved up here at the start of last year, it's good, and been working harder on it.
Did you move up for musical reasons or for other reasons?
For a variety of reasons, although musical reasons were a part of it. It seemed more promising and more opportunity up here.
Sweet.
Which has actually come through.
Yeah, one of those things. Pop culture features quite heavily in some of your guys' art. Figures like Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Jay-Z, stuff like that. What do you find so intriguing about the modern pop icon?
That's actually mostly Nicole who does all the artwork. I don't know, she's quite obsessed with quite a few of those stars, and just particularly like Michael Jackson and Beyonce and stuff. But I just think she likes working with that context and those characters and stuff.
You guys have an EP out. Can you tell us a bit about the recording process for that EP?
Well, it's just a collection of our first 5 songs that we got together, and we sort of recorded it as a base to work from. Recorded the drums at Think T Studios, and then finished it off at home.
Cool. What are we thinking for kind of forthcoming recorded work?
Well, we're going to head back in to record a new EP in end of March, vaguely, and then have it out by May. And around then we're going to do a New Zealand and Australia tour, and also we've got a new video coming out, which I'm pretty excited about. Cool.
Any idea where you're going to record that EP?
Well, I actually haven't talked to them yet, but maybe Think T.
Oh, again. Cool. You mentioned the tour of Australia. How are you guys able to do that? Is it like all self-funded and just kind of a bit of a tiki tour over there, or?
Yeah, it will be self-funded. It'll probably make a loss, but it'll be borderline. But it's like a holiday anyway. We're going to hang out with, I got an old friend in Melbourne, and got some other friends in Newcastle and stuff to visit. So an experience, I suppose.
Yeah. First and foremost.
It's not all business.
Yeah. And as far as the video goes, did you say when that's going to come out?
That'll come out with the EP pretty much. So that'll be late April, early May. And late April actually.
Which song is that for?
It's for our song You're Bound to Fall, which hasn't been recorded yet. It was in the in session.
Right.
And Dan Batkin-Smith goes under Mammal Group, and Eat Productions as well is doing it.
Sweet. Awesome. And when are we next going to see a live show from Carb On Carb here in New Zealand?
I'm just booking some New Zealand shows for that tour at the moment. We're playing Mighty on the 5th of April. I just booked that one this morning.
Sweet.
And a couple of other shows around, and haven't booked the Auckland show yet.
Awesome, man. Well, best of luck with everything with Carb On Carb, and we hope to hear again from you soon.
Sweet, man. I hope so too.
Cheers. And this is another song from Carb On Carb. This one's recorded live in session at Roundhead Studios in Auckland. This is Neve. It's Heaven backwards. Either way. You're on the Audience Radio Show.
But it's all clear. Elbows everywhere. Neither of us care. It's only Saturday morning. Haven't even kissed yet. I can't decide whether to hold your hand. to war. With my arms folded, just talking to him. For all my constant worries, I'm content to walk. With my arms folded, just talking to him. I can't decide whether to hold your hand. I won't lie, I'm too shy. I can't decide whether to hold your hand. I won't lie. I can't decide whether to hold your hand. I won't lie, I'm too shy. I can't decide whether to hold your hand. I won't lie, I'm too shy.
And that was Carb On Carb, live in session at Roundhead Studios, our featured artist of the week here on the Audience Radio Show. Now, before we go into the next tune, I wanted to quickly touch on something that's a very special offer for audience.co.nz users. You may have heard that 660 are going on tour all through April, and some of the shows are pretty close to selling out. But what you might not have heard and do need to know is that 660 are selecting local opening acts for each show from the audience.co.nz. Now, the entries are open now and will be open until 5 p.m. on the 22nd of March to any band or any artist over 18 years old on the audience.co.nz. To enter, you just go to your dashboard on your audience page and the members only section. Make sure you read the terms and conditions before submitting to. There'll be a different opening act each night, but artists will only be selected for local shows. So that's some exciting stuff for anybody who's a fan of 660 and is involved in the audience.co.nz. So yeah, great for all of you guys out there if you're involved in the site. But now we're going to move on to another song. This is the Basement Tapes with Casino Prince on the Audience Radio Show. Stick around, we're going to head back into the chart right after this. That was the Basement Tapes with Casino Prince. We're going to head back into the chart now. This is your number 7. You've heard it already on the show today. This is Brockaflowersaurus-Rex with Long Road on the Audience Radio Show.
Number 7.
No, you can't. Number 6.
See, you can find all that you've been missing, and each time something more convincing, and your mind.
Your number 6 this week, this is Odd Chaps with Wisdom.
You voted, you've chosen it. New music, and here it comes. New music, number 5.
Why didn't you just fix things like you said? Why didn't you just treat me good?
Your number 5 this week, this is Hannah Leigh with Like You Said. Congratulations to Hannah for that one. Now we're going to dip back into one of those tunes that we've just counted down. This is the one that was your number 6, Odd Chaps with Wisdom. You're on the Audience Radio Show.
Wait for me, we will learn together. Call on me to help you see it better. And with time, we'll grow to know. Seek and find all that you've been missing, and each time something more convincing. And your mind will grow to know. There's so much that we don't know. Open up your minds, and together we can reach up to the skies. And being wise is all we'll ever know. There's so much that we don't know. Open up your minds, and together we can reach up to the skies. It's all we'll ever know. Wait for me, we will learn together. Call on me to help you see it better. And with time, we'll grow to
That right there was the Odd Chaps with Wisdom on the Audience Radio Show. We're about to slip back into the charts to count down your number 4 to your number 1. But first, we're going to hear a tune from Rocksteady. This one's called Polar Bear. My name's Max. You're on the Audience Radio Show.
There are many deadly creatures in the known universe. Some use advanced technology, some deceit and cunning to catch their prey. But there are none more dangerous than a polar bear with a chainsaw. Polar bear with a chainsaw. There are many deadly creatures in the known universe. Some use advanced technology, some deceit and cunning to catch their prey. But there are none more dangerous than a polar bear with a chainsaw. Polar bear with a chainsaw.
Polar Bear there from Rocksteady, and now it's time for us to go back into the countdown of the chart. We're going to do 4 to 1 right now, and this, to start us off, is your number 4. This is Bryce Langston with Friend on the Audience Radio Show.
Okay, gang, number 4. Yeah, very cool.
Hold your friend. I'll hold your friend.
3.
Your number 3 right here, we heard it just before, but you're going to hear a little bit of an excerpt again. This is Polar Bear by Rocksteady on the Audience.
Do you need to go number 1s or number 2s? Number 2.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm lazy, complacent, but I ain't show you different. Told you straight, but you ain't listen. Look, you want a hopeless mission.
Your number 2 right here, this is KNUXX with Ain't Felt a Thing in Years. Unfortunately missing out on that number 1 spot for another week, which means that it is time for our number 1 for this week. Congratulations to this artist, and thank you very much to everybody who's listened to the show today. Keep going along to theaudience.co.nz and casting your votes and making playlists and listening. My name is Max, and I'm going to leave you with this one. This is Bailey with Looking Up on the Audience Radio Show. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Number 1, baby. See you later.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. I did everything I shouldn't, and I burnt all the bridges you wouldn't. There's nothing to say, it's done, I've wasted away. My fault's of my own, I reap what I sow. So why you playing games with me? Please stop it, don't rock it. But I know I want it, I don't, it's not enough, or maybe too much. But things are looking up. Oh, oh yeah, I said I stumble, but I get up. And when I've had enough, oh, oh yeah, I said I stumble, but I get up. I've been thinking about it, unwinding in the corner of my mind. I lay it all down for you, you give me up in time. The price I pay, like a bird, you've flown away. I said your faults are your own, you reap what you sow. So why you playing games with me? Please stop it, don't rock it. But I know I want it, I don't, it's not enough, or maybe too much. But things are looking up. Oh, oh yeah, I said I stumble, but I get up. And when I've had enough, oh, oh yeah, I said I stumble, but I get up. If I throw it out of sight, throw it out of mind, if I take it back, question who I am, it happens all the time. But I've had enough, I'm looking up, I'm giving up the crooked love for someone who I thought I trusted. In hindsight, I don't give a what. Throw it out of sight, throw it out of mind, if I take it back, question who I am, it happens all the time. But I've had enough, I'm looking up, I'm giving up the crooked love for someone who I thought I trusted. In hindsight, but things are looking up. Throw it out of sight, throw it out of mind, if I take it back, question who I am, it happens. I said I stumble, but I've had enough, I'm looking up, but I get up. And when I've had enough, throw it out of sight, throw it out of mind, if I take it back, question who I am, it happens. I said I stumble, but I've had enough, I'm looking up, but I get up. For someone who I thought I trusted, in hindsight, I don't give a what.